everyone, my name is Esther and I'm a 6th-year medical student. Today I want to talk to you about the note-taking method that I have found most effective when it comes to acing my exam scores. Let's begin. So, I actually realized that this method is best for me during the pandemic, and since then, I just kept on using it. You see, for the past years, I've been really trying to increase my exam scores, but they have been stagnating. They haven't changed much. But since I found out that I can study like this, my goodness, it's really made a difference. Okay, so these are the 3 things that have really helped drastically increase my exam scores. Number 1, the speed of information. So, my mistake was that I kept on thinking that I'm not an auditory learner. Basically, this was because I used to be in class listening to the professor speak, and he was speaking slowly, or the teacher. They were speaking slowly with a monotone voice, and the rest of my colleagues, they were able to listen and to memorize and to actually, get out of that class with like a full package of information. But for me, it was more like a shift out delete kind of situation. Instead, I thought that I was a visual learner because I would use resources like Sketchy Medical and my mind would just light up. I would see all those visual cues and man, it was really ingrained in my mind. And I would be able during an exam to recall everything because of the visual cues. Nevertheless, the problem turns out it wasn't that I'm not an auditory learner, it's that I had a wrong auditive input, if you know what I mean. So let me explain. The speed of information was life-changing for me. During the pandemic, of course, we couldn't have in-class classes anymore, so video courses came in. In comes the pandemic, in come the video online courses. And that was the game changer. That is where the magic happened. I was finally able to fast forward through the material, rewind to the moments that I did not understand, but most importantly, I was able to 2 times the speed and listen to everything at a double pace. And since the information input was much quicker, my mind was like, oh my God, wait. Things are moving really quickly. Let me focus. And since I started focusing, I went into this flow state, and my capacity to memorize the information that I was listening to just drastically increased. It was amazing. And so from that, we jumped to number 2, which is note taking plucked out of memory. So this means that, okay, you just listened to your video course material at double speed, okay? You got me until here, right? So now, I want you to take your notebook or take Notion, whatever app you really use, okay? Notion, Word, whatever you use for note taking, all right? Then, you have your notebook, you have the information that is in your head, right? And then you also pull out the PowerPoint that your teacher, professor, whatever, has offered for the course, right? And you use the PowerPoint as a skeleton for the information. And you start writing down like the main bullet points, like the subtitles that you found in the PowerPoint. And so now, what you need to do is close everything down. So just like put the book aside, put the laptop aside, and use your memory to write down all the extra things that you remember from what your teacher has spoken to you, right? So at the end of that, you should have a pretty solid 4 pages out of 1 chapter that you can return to whenever you want to add more onto the information. So basically, you have just put the first layer, like the first building block of your cake of information, let's say. And remember, this is a great moment for you to also add tables in which you compare different information and to like create some diagrams or some drawings that really help you memorize and sediment the information. Right. And now we move to number 3. That is what I call listen, write, and repeat. It's like a wash, rinse, and repeat kind of situation. So you've just listened to the information, you wrote it down, but now what I want from you is to listen to the information again at the double speed. And then you take that notebook that you've already written to, like you've already written on it all that information, and I want you to add another layer of information. So all the things that you realize you have forgotten, write them in red. All the things that you realized you never remembered, write them there. Put them in. And then you'll realize that you have a really solid foundation of the information. And once you go into your exam, I realized that for me, the magical number is 3. Like if I go through the material, like through the chapter 3 times, it's like I'll surely ace that exam. It's like I'm sure to get like over a 90% score, which is amazing and is a game changer. So for me, this not only increased my exam scores, it also helped me study more effectively. If I had a penny for every hour I spent studying and then not being able to remember what I studied, my goodness, I would be filthy rich. So I hope this was really helpful. And if you guys want to learn more about those things and if you're interested in anything else, please let me know down below in the comments. And if you want to hear more from these stuff, please like and subscribe. See you later. Goodbye.